Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Stereo Studs. I'm Stephen, and we're going to crack on with some more unboxing. So I've got this big box here, sitting ready to go. So I'll just stick it to the side, and yeah, let's have a wee look and see what's in here. It's quite heavy, so I think there's going to be quite a bit. Oh yes, this is brilliant. This is a really good box. Some really interesting sets in here. So first out, we have 21308. And it's one of the Lego Ideas sets, number 16 in the range, so one of the earlier ones, and it's the Adventure Time set. So this just has a number of the Adventure Time figures in little buildable forms. So Finn, Jake, the King, and Gunter, and quite a few of them. I'm not a huge Adventure Time fan, but when my children were younger, they bizarrely liked this, and it was something that I could sit and watch with them. So I thought this was a cool reset whenever it was released. There's not a lot of substance to it, like I said, it's just the figures, but I'll be able to build them and display them anyway, so I really like that. Next out then, we have set 910028. So this is a set from the Bricklink Designer Programme. It was the 2022 programme. It was kind of the first one that they did. It was a bit more limited than the more recent ones. So this is the Pursuit of Flight by JK Brickworks. Oh, I just love this little diorama. Then you've got 3 planes that can be sort of set up, or 2 planes, sorry, that can be set up sort of in like a little flying formation. There's a few other little planes that you can build to sort of change them out. And then there's a little cog that you can turn, which makes the planes kind of sway from side to side. So it's a really cool wee set. Again, a lovely little display piece. I just couldn't not get my hands on these whenever they come out. I think I may have got a couple of them. I might have sold one on actually. But yeah, lovely wee set. Really cool. Next out then, another set from the Bricklink Designer Programme line. So this is 910016. It's the Sheriff's Safe by Il Buono, whatever. Apologies if I've got that slightly wrong. So yeah, cool little safe then. A little functioning safe actually. It has a little sort of knob that you turn on it, and you can program it with a sort of numerical entry lock. And then there's various bits and pieces you keep inside. So again, I thought just a cool little piece that I could have, you know, on my desk or something, just nice little display, and then I can have something quirky hiding inside. So love that. And then next, so this is one of the very popular sets from this line. It's a 910001. It was designed by Povok, and it's the Castle in the Forest. So I'm not particularly a big Castle fan, but this set was an absolute must get, particularly from an investor's perspective. It's a really cool set. Quite hard to see, I'm sure, there with the shrink wrap around it. I will sort of take these all out of the wrap at some point. But yeah, cool little set. There's lots of little sort of hidden compartments in it. It does have a back that opens and closes. You can maybe see that on there. You get some cool minifigures. And yeah, just really well built. And again, given the limited numbers, these are very much in demand sets. So another one that I had to pick up. I think there's 5 sets in total in the range. I don't see any more in here, but I'm pretty sure I did pick up the full line. So really cool set. I don't know what I'll do with this. I'm not sure if I'll build it or sell it on. Time will tell on that front, but yeah, comment down below what you think I should do, or if anyone has any interest in it. In fact, did anyone pick up any of these sets? I know sort of the first of the Bricklink Designer Programmes kind of went a little bit more under the radar. The popularity has really grown since then, since it's become a much more regular thing. So some of these earlier sets were definitely a lot sort of better to get and hold on to, but yeah, I really like them. I like everything about them. In fact, the design, the box work, everything. So yeah, it's really cool. Next out then, 21328. It's actually the Seinfeld set. So this is another of the Ideas line and another of that sort of TV show set line. There's a few of them. I've actually got another one in here, which I'll pull out now in a second. towards the end of its life, Lego had this reduced on their website, and that was my only purpose really for buying it. I've no particular interest in Seinfeld. I've no real interest in this set. However, for the price I paid and what you get, it represented good value to me. Now, I don't know if I'll hold on to it and part it out, or if I'll sell it. You know, it's a cool little scene that could be built into a more sort of functional building for a layout, but I'm not entirely sure yet what I'll do with that. Next out then, the box unfortunately has got a little bit squashed in storage, but this is the Lego Queer Eye, the Fab 5 Loft Set 10291. So again, I think I got this at the same time as the Seinfeld site. They were both on offer, so I picked them both up based on price, what you were getting for that price, and then undoubtedly there was a gift with purchase that I had my eye on at the time as well, so that would have softened or sweetened the deal a little bit. This one's cool. You get so many masonry bricks, white and grey, and lots of like torsos and stuff like that. Also quite a few minifigures. I don't know anything about the show. I've never watched it, so I'm not familiar with the characters. Well, not characters, the sort of guys that are within it. But yeah, I thought it was cool to have just for the pieces anyway. What I'll do with it, I don't know, but yeah, it's in the collection for now anyway. It's not actually going to sit here because of the shape of it. And then lastly in this box, another set that's just got a wee bit squashed. Well, it's a little Lego 3-in-1 set, 3119, and I like this really just for the Ferris wheel. I don't collect, I know I did say this previously, but I don't collect the sort of fun fair rides or the theme park rides. I just don't have the capacity to factor that into my layout, and as much as I would love to, and I love the sets, the roller coasters in particular are great, but there has to be some sort of compromise when you're collecting Lego, and for me that was one of the big compromises I had to make. This came along then as a cheap alternative, little 3-in-1 set, and like I've said previously, if I have a carnival or like just a little sort of maybe travelling fun for something within the city, then sets like this will sort of allow me to sort of build something functional into that. So it's a cool one to have anyway. And that's that box finished then. There's just a little bit of packing in it. So I'll pull up the next one here. It's another big enough box, but it's a wee bit lighter, so I'm not sure what we've got in here. Okay. So this has some slightly more recent stuff. We actually have a little bag here. Just a little beach bag. So this was a gift of purchase. I think it was back in the middle of last year. I think it was in 24. I can't remember exactly, but that obviously was a little freebie that came along with hitting a certain threshold or buying certain items. So happy enough to get that on the grounds. I was buying stuff anyway. 60424, another one of these little Jungle Explorer ATVs. I've said previously I bought these for the red pandas. You do also get a cool jungle figure as well. So I'll almost certainly just part them out. Next out then, 40705. It's the Micro Ninjago City Gardens. Again, I've pulled out some of the alternative of these mini sets in the past. These were insider rewards. You could redeem your points to pick these up. So I did pick up the full theme. So that's that one. I do remember placing this order actually. 60438 then is the next out. It's a little sailboat. This was actually on sale on Lego's website. I think it was down to $12.49. Yeah, so I added that in along with I think everything in this bag actually was the one order. Everything in this box was the one order. So yeah, that will almost certainly work its way into the layout somewhere. I might have a couple of these actually, so but nonetheless, I'll probably look at utilising both of them in some capacity. A gift with purchase then, it's 40692. It's the little sweet shop then. It's the again, they had a little series of, there was like houses the world, shops the world, that kind of thing. So this little sweet shop then was a gift with purchase last year then. So I think these all came in the same order then. And the last thing here then, a set that I very much love is 60335, and it's the city railway station then, from, I think it came out in 23 and it retired at the back end last year. But this is a really cool set. I love everything about it. The little station design is great. My intention will be to use it as like a little sort of rural station. It is quite small and open at the back, so I'll probably seal it off and sort of make it into a full building. But more importantly, or better still, is the buses you get. So I think I picked up a couple of these, and I've picked them up for the buses. So again, I'd like a few buses running around the city, maybe a couple of different transport providers. So this will be one, and then maybe a sort of rival that runs a different line or something. So yeah, I've picked that up for this, and then just the other vehicles and the figures and stuff you get as well. It's a really cool set. It was decent value for money as well. I think again, very end of its life, this went on offer, and I missed out on getting a couple more because it went very quickly. But yeah, it wasn't ever reduced that much, to be honest, through its life. I think only Amazon had it, and they rarely reduced it. So not an easy set to get on offer. So, but I've got that anyway. And then I think that's it. There's just some packing in here then, and that's that box. So I've got one more here. It's quite a big one now, so we'll try and get through it as quickly as we can. Lots of variety in here. A few things that I'm not sure I've pulled out in the past. First up then, 60347. It's the little city market set. This also, I've got a few of these because it was also released in Asda with Asda stickering, you know, so you can go for something a bit more akin to real life. I'm not sure that I will. I kind of like this whole fresh theme that they have going, and it continues throughout a few of the other vehicles, the trucks and stuff. So but again, a little open back market. It's very sort of quickie martin style in that it's got that sort of flat sort of square feel to it. So I'll probably look to just extend this a little bit, make it a bit more of a cohesive shop, add a little roof to it, and then you also get this cool Be Happy figure here. So sorry, Be Happy figure with a little pea pod outfit. So I know in a pick a brick order as well, I picked up a load more of the trolleys so that I can stack a few of the trolleys as well. But then, you know, a couple of neat vehicles there too, little car and a little forklift truck. So yep, that's cool. 40549. It's the Stranger Things Brickhead. I have picked at least one of these out in the past. I don't know how many I have. I do hopefully have a couple of them because they're very popular, and I know to try to get some for me and for resale. So another one of those there. Next then is 40481. It's one of the Petz Brickheadz. It's the chick and the cockatiel. I know I've pulled this out in the past. I have a few of these because they were regularly available through a voucher code website. So that's another one of those. Got a couple of these little blister packs here, 40526. So these are quite cool. They actually come with an exclusive minifigure, and it's this little sort of little person who presumably maintains the electric scooter docks and the electric scooters. So I quite like these little packs. You get some cool figures. I like the little dock. You get the little scooters, and they were relatively inexpensive for what they were. So I've got a couple of those. They don't really have much space here, so I'll set them over there. Next out then, so again, this is another set that I've had in the past. It's the Koenigsegg Jesco Speed Champion set, 76900. So again, I picked this up on offer at some point with the intention of selling them, so we'll pop that over there, or we'll stick it there. Okay, so I'll go for this one next. This box is a little bit bashed, but 60327, and it's the little horse trailer and horse set. I love this set actually. My daughter has built it. She's a massive horse fan, so this was a must get for her, so she has built it. But the real draw to it, I suppose, is the little 4x4 style vehicle here and the horse trailer, and then you get a really cool figure with nice printing on the torso as well there. So again, I will almost certainly have like a farm somewhere within my layout, and I would like to maybe have like a little horse arena or something. So that will just sort of add to that. Next out then we have a Creator 3-in-1 set, 31131. So I've picked out a few other sets that have sort of come within this sort of line, if you will, the little mini modular style things. This one was a little sushi restaurant. So again, similar to the others, they're cool little builds. I'll probably look to build it out a little bit, make it a bit more sort of to be honest, it's probably fine as it is. It does fold over in itself too, so it can present itself as a complete building, but it's quite small. It does have the functionality to be a little corner building, so I'll probably set it up as a corner building and look to sort of just build it out a little bit. But just again, something that I can use as the basis of a building in the city. And then everything else in here follows a slightly different theme than what we've had in the last few boxes anyway. So first up we have 76939. It's the Stigma Lock Dinosaur Escape, and as I've said previously, I buy these for the dinosaurs. So comes a little baby Ankylosaurus as well, and the Stigma Lock dinosaur. This is a 4+ set, so the rest of the build is quite basic, but you also do get a couple of decent minifigures in it. The little truck is fairly simplistic, but you get, again, there's some cool printed pieces in there. But I bought that for the molded dinosaur. It was on offer, so I picked it up. Same goes for this one, 76947, the Quetzalcoatlus Plane Ambush. Again, I've picked it up just for the, I'll call him the Dino, the flying reptile. Well, the plane's quite neat as well, actually, so cool to have. I don't know if I'll sort of have any sort of vehicles in the air in my leg. Maybe I will. I don't really want to attach anything to the roof, so I'm not really sure how I'll do it. But yeah, I really wanted the Quetzalcoatlus. So and again, you do get some cool figures in there, so I'm very happy to get that for the dinosaur anyway. As with this one, the little 4+ set, and it's the Pteranodon Chase. So again, very simplistic builds, but you do get Kulo and Grady Mazy figures, and of course the Pteranodon itself. So just another dino for my collection. And then we have the 76951. It's the Pyroraptor and Dilophosaurus transport. So this one, obviously for the Raptor and the Dilophosaurus. And then you get a cool vehicle as well, transport vehicle. So that's just an all-round good set in that I get some vehicles for my layout, and then more dinosaurs then that I can add to my collection. Another 4+ set here then, so 76944, and it's the T-Rex Dinosaur Breakout. So I know there's a lot of different T-Rexes that are releasing these sets, but again, unfortunately, I'm so sort of hell-bent on collecting them that I'll try to get one of each variant. So I've picked this up just for the T-Rex. I'll definitely not be utilising any of the other builds, but there are some good parts in there that I can certainly use them layout in some capacity, so it'll certainly not go wasted. But again, it was on offer. All of these will have been on offer when I purchased them. I sort of will have. I keep an eye on Amazon and at the time supermarkets and other retailers just to see if I can grab these at a decent price, and when I see them at the price that I'm happy with, certainly a price that I value the dinosaur anyway, that's when I'll pick them up. A couple of non-dinosaur ones here. It is a set that I pulled out in the past as well, 60326. It's the little picnic set, or the squirrel battle pack as some people like to refer to it. So I know I've picked a few of these out in the past. I love these wee sets. I have one built somewhere as well, and I have 3 or 4 set aside for whatever purpose, whether there might be a bit of a resale value in them, but certainly great part packs, great figures, and little squirrels as well. So just a cool reset there. So just gonna move that out of the way. And then the last set in this box, and the last set in today's unboxing, is 76941. It's the Carnotaurus Dinosaur Chase. So yeah, as with before, I want the Carnotaurus. and you get a vehicle there as well, which I can certainly utilise. Slightly unorthodox looking vehicle, not the sort of thing you'd expect to see in a layout, I suppose, but I can certainly tweak it in some shape or form to make it sort of more appropriate anyway. But all about the Carnotaurus there, so that's another dinosaur that I will be adding into my dinosaur collection. And yeah, that's that really. It's another couple of boxes through anyway, so we're actually very close to sort of getting down one whole side of the room here. I know that still leaves us with a lot to get through, but now that I've got this far, I might be able to start even just getting a few tables in, and maybe starting part of the layout, or starting to think about the layout and laying a few bits and pieces out. There's still a lot of stuff in this corner here. A lot of it is loose brick, which I've collected, which will all need sorted out at some point. And then I do have all of my train collection, which I'm really looking forward to going through, because there's some really cool trains in there, all of which I want to sort of build in and mill out in some shape or form. So I'm really looking forward to getting into that, but we'll come to that in a future video anyway. Thank you once again for tuning in. Like I said, some really good sets in here, real variety. We've got obviously the Bricklink ones, we've got some of these Lego Idea sets, city, dinosaurs, all sorts. Lots of stuff that you can see, certainly being very much usable within my layout anyway. So I'm really looking forward to getting into those and sort of creating, because a lot of them are sort of almost canvases for something that I can form into a more cohesive building, so it'll allow me to put a wee bit of my spin onto them as well, because there's going to be a lot of modulars and stuff in there too, which are obviously, you know, Lego sets which everyone has access to, but these I'll be able to customize a little bit, so it's got a wee bit of my spin on it as well. But yeah, so thanks again for watching. Drop us a wee like and a subscribe if you want to sort of be kept up to date with future content and you're sort of enjoying what you're seeing. Anything you want to chat about here, drop it in the comments down below, and I'll try my best to respond. And yeah, have a great evening anyway, guys. Thanks very much. Take care.